Mom suspicious of daughter's fiancé uncovers a strange photo that confirms it all. Heidi Parker. In fall of 2011, Heidi Parker was planning to go off to college. Her mother, Kay, was sad about her daughter leaving home, but she was proud that she'd been accepted to the University of Newcastle. The university didn't require students to live in the dorms, so Heidi shared an apartment with friends near campus. And it wasn't long before Heidi realized that living arrangements weren't working for her, so she started looking for a new place. Message from a stranger. Heidi found a studio apartment closer to campus, and things were going well. One morning, she got a message on Facebook from a stranger. His name was Ed, and he told Heidi that he lived in her old apartment and he needed her help. He was trying to use the washing machine, but it didn't work. Heidi tried to help him through messages, but it wasn't working. Finally, Heidi agreed to meet him at her old apartment to help him with the machine. A date. Heidi was successful, and she got Ed's washing machine working. Before she left, he asked her on a date. She thought that he was good-looking when she first saw his picture on Facebook, so she agreed to the date. They met at a local cafe, and they hit it off right away. A couple. Heidi and Ed started dating exclusively, and they stayed together all through college. They were worried that their relationship would suffer after graduation, but they were both determined to make it work. They moved to separate apartments in London and both put their careers before their relationship. Fortunately, the relationship survived, and soon they decided to move in together. Things were going great between the two, so they decided that it was time for their parents to meet. Their favorite restaurant. Heidi and Ed planned to have their mothers meet at their favorite restaurant. From the very beginning, their mothers hit it off. They were sharing stories about their families and the memories they had. While talking, it came out that both families loved sailing and had taken many vacations to the Mediterranean. Kay told a story about a boy Heidi met in Turkey when she was just 6 years old, and he was her first boyfriend. Before the two mothers could finish the conversation, they were interrupted. A proposal. Ed interrupted the conversation so that he could propose to Heidi. She happily said yes, and everyone was thrilled. Heidi's mother knew there was a wedding to plan, and she was thrilled. Making room. Kay knew that she would need room for wedding supplies, so she went up to the attic to make room. Well, up there, she found a few boxes with dusty family photo albums. She decided to take them downstairs to look through them and reminisce. The photo. While Kay was going through the photo album, she came across one that contained the photos from her family vacation to Turkey. She found a picture of Heidi with her first boyfriend. Kay remembered Heidi and the boy holding hands during the entire trip. When Kay looked at the boy, he seemed familiar to her. After a few minutes, it clicked. She took a picture of the boy on her phone and sent it to Ed's mother. The boy was Ed. When Ed's mother got the photo, she called Kay right away. The boy in the photo was her son, and Ed and Heidi were boyfriend and girlfriend since they were 6 years old. The two women couldn't believe it. They remembered that their children's attraction to each other when they were just kids caused their parents to be friends, and Kay and Ed's mother were friends all those years ago as well. The two mothers told their kids immediately, and they were just as surprised. When they found out that they were each other's first loves, they knew that they were destined to be together. Meant to be. Heidi and Ed were sure that it was fate that they ran into each other again after all those years. They loved telling people their love story that began when they were just children. They happily moved on with the wedding planning, and finally the big day came. Ed and Heidi were destined to be married. Heidi says that her wedding day was the most romantic day of her life. The fact that she and Ed were together as children just made their union even more special. It isn't every day that you find your first love after 20 years, but Heidi and Ed did. They found one another thanks to a tricky washing machine.